Okay, kids. Um, well, I screwed up. I actually had a bunch of footage that I accidentally deleted. Obviously, you can tell I've shaved my beard up here a little bit. Hair's still fuzzy, but it's just how I am. So the project is I have a '98 4runner that's very got a lot of sentimental value to me, and I've been working on. You know how I love my Toyotas. There it is in the garage. Obviously, we've got a lot going on. Um, About a year and a half ago, cylinder number three shoved the spark plug out of it and tore up the head. And that engine already had almost 400,000 miles on it. So I happen to have another engine sitting around, and out of my '97 Toyota T100, which is the same engine, took it up to a machine shop that we used in Indianapolis when we lived up there, and I had them redo it for me. So I'm in the process of doing that right now, changing everything over, and it just kind of sucks because I did the whole bread trick and used the bread to get the pilot bearing out of it because T100 was a stick shift, and obviously my 4runner is a automatic. Hence the reason why I had to press the bearing out, and I'm kind of mad at myself for getting that footage deleted. But I've got some footage of. I'm going to start getting more footage now, and I promise not to delete that. But I've already got the let's see, I've already got the flex plate on, the exhaust manifold's on. One of the studs on the exhaust manifold I'm working on right now fixing because this stud came out and tore up the threads. So I'm tapping it out right in a moment, and putting the crossover. And then once I get that done, I'll put the crossover pipe back on, and I'm not gonna put anything else on it because the upper plenum, the injectors, and all that stuff are off. So once I get to that point with the crossover on, because the crossover is a mother to put on after the engine's in, so I want those on. And once I get that happening and everything is tightened up and ready to go, I'm going to be putting the engine in. Probably will wait until the morning because it's evening time here in Florida, and sun's going down. I don't have a whole lot of light in here, and it's getting kind of chilly. So, um, I need another body, so I'm gonna get my son to help me in the morning, and we're going to hopefully be setting this engine in and bolting the transmission back up. Um, I don't know if a lot of people do a lot of 4runner stuff or whatnot, but when you have an automatic train, or you have that drivetrain in it, the transmission um, will need to be almost pretty much removed from the 4runner before you put the other engine in. Just the way that Toyota builds them, it's almost, some say it's almost easier to pull a body like a Ford, but I don't have a lift and all the tools you would need to do that, so we got to do it the hard way. I do have a transmission jack though, and I have an engine hoist, so we're doing it the normal way. This is, see this engine here, before I got it to T100, it had 383,000 miles on it. When the engine machine shop took it apart, they said it looked amazing inside. That is because that truck only got synthetic. I used Castrol synthetic in that the whole time I had it. And the guy that I bought it from in 2006 used Castrol synthetic in the whole time. So it had the same oil in it its whole life. So the insides, he said there was no bearing wear, excessive wear. There was no knocking. I didn't take the engine out of it because of any of those things. I took the engine out of it because it was low compression. It just had 383,000 miles on it, and they were hard. I used it to pull a horse trailer. I used it to pull equipment. I used it to pull cars. We used it to move hay a lot too. So it just had the run. It just got the run of it, everything. So it was a tough engine, and it still ran when I took it out. And I think that part of that is why we didn't have to spend as much money fixing it. It was mostly just freshening everything up, honing everything up. It is bored over 30 now, and so it has new pistons. So I'm kind of curious to see what it does with it bored over 30. I may need to check the fuel trims and whatnot and go to a larger size injector. My intentions are eventually to go supercharger with this engine or turbocharger and go full standalone. So this is just getting it running again so that I can drive it and get a few miles on it before I go to the whole turbo deal. The engine builder did put in forged pistons for me too. So, because I told him that my intentions were to go with a power adder later. think that's about it right now. I'm sure there's more, but we'll figure it out as we go. So there you go. Restart of the video. Hey guys, so I am back in where I have to work, and obviously didn't get my 4runner done, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys so you can see where we're starting. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and wait for the next one.